What do you do with a luxury sport utility vehicle? Drive it to the mall? No way. You take it to the dirt and sand of Death Valley. Well, gathered here are three of the best grit tamers in their class. Land Rover's LR4 is new for 2010, a thorough revise of the maker's LR3, which won our 2005 Sport Utility of the Year award. Improvements include a revised suspension, enhanced terrain response system, a gorgeous cabin, but the big news is under the hood. A new Jaguar-sourced direct injection double overhead cam 5-liter V8, making 375 horsepower. Another sport utility winner is the unibody Mercedes-Benz GL450, a velvet-cloaked bruiser with a stout 4.7-liter V8 and a superb 7-speed automatic. Rounding out our trio is the Lexus GX460. Sharing its updated platform with the new Toyota 4Runner, the GX remains a body-on-frame workhorse with fresh styling, a handsome new interior, an electronically controlled transfer case, and, most significant, a version of the 4.6-liter V8 that romps in the Toyota Tundra pickup. We judged these leather-lined tanks primarily on how they fared through Death Valley, hundreds of miles from such hedonistic diversions as Starbucks, Wi-Fi, and the Olive Garden. If you're after something to take your 10-year-old daughter to her harp stringing lessons, this Comparo likely won't serve you well. If you're looking for the dirty truth, though, watch on. All three of our players offer more off-road competence than most asphalt avoiders will ever use. But among this mil-spec group, the Big Benz is the least armed for battle. Crucially, unlike the Rover and the Lexus, the GL450 lacks a low-range transfer case. That makes it more demanding than the other two through our rock crawling drills. With no transfer case and gearing designed for strip malls rather than abandoned strip mines, this one took considerably more effort to pilot through the crags. While the big V8 is plenty strong, 335 horsepower and 339 pound-feet of torque, the lack of low-range torque multiplication limits extreme maneuvering, such as thrashing your way out of heavy muck or tackling steep canyon obstructions. Dial back to scud running at 8/10 or less though, and the GL shines. The GL makes marvelous use of its airmatic spring suspension. A flick of a switch raises ground clearance to 10.9 inches. The suspension offers sport and comfort modes, and there's auto load leveling. It's the sportiest, most car-like chassis here. So why the third place rating? Two big hurts. The mild-rated off-road hardware and a crushing sticker price. Base sticker for the GL450, $61,825. which outprices the Lexus by nearly $9 grand. Outfitted with all the extras, our tester checked in at $68,485, topping the field by nearly $11,000. This is a useful, functional, capable, and still handsome 7-passenger SUV, but it's just too pricey. Wait a minute. Isn't this the vehicle that Lab Coat magazine dubbed a don't buy? What's the evil Lexus doing here anyway? Well, here's our take. During on-road drives and track tests, we observed that the GX's stability control system does indeed feel looser than many we've tried. It's actually surprisingly sporty. That said, we were driving way harder than any SUV pilot would ever attempt. And even so, the GX never felt scary or unsafe. Underneath its tailored skin, the GX is a bona fide desert warrior. Put it in 4-low, drop it into first gear, and you just essentially modulate the brakes while the GX idles its way up and over rocks and ledges. In addition to low range, the GX offers such Swiss Army knife functionality as downhill assist control, crawl control, hill start assist, and hydraulic kinetic dynamic suspension that, off-road, frees up the anti-roll bars so the opposite wheels can move more independently. You could take this rig almost anywhere. Add a silky V8, a smooth 6-speed automatic, every imaginable electronic luxury, a great ride, group high fuel efficiency, and strong value, just $57,619 as tested, and the GX acquits itself well indeed. In fact, it might have finished first were it not for two drawbacks: a third-place tow rating of just 6,500 pounds, and, more important, just 34 cubic feet of cargo room behind the front seats and a very tight third row. This one was an easy call. If you're taking the tribe cross-country, and maybe even if you're heading off-road, the Land Rover LR4 tackles every mission parameter with ease. Room? Well, it's the biggest here, with more than 90 cubic feet behind the rear seats, and a third row genuinely comfortable for adults. Towing? Top rating, 7,716 pounds. Off-road prowess? Easily the best. With up to 12 inches of ground clearance with the air springs raised, the latest edition of Land Rover's terrain response system, and chassis performance for any condition, driving this thing off-road is as easy as twirling the terrain response dial. In this vehicle, your conqueror or all you see. The view is incredible too through those huge windows. When the tough stuff comes, this is the one all the drivers fought to drive. Yet the LR4 remains thoroughly refined on-road too. It's got brilliant steering, plenty of feel and feedback, and a great ride. Now the LR4 isn't flawless. The nav menus are slow, and the screen washes out in sunlight. Also, that center stack is pretty fussy with buttons. And it is undeniably tall and heavy, with a group low 1217 City Highway EPA fuel economy rating. Once you drive the LR4 though, you won't care. From the off-road prowess, utilitarian 7-passenger interior, split folding tailgate, and the gorgeous leather and wood cabin, the LR4 is for discerning, adventurous pros who want to go anywhere, anytime, whether hitting the trail or the town.